Okay. Well, hello. Oh, hi, Mark. All right, we got one. Let's pause that. Any second now, we'll get number two. There's number two. All right, look at that. Isn't that wonderful? There's a timer. 20 seconds. All right. I think we're good to go, folks. Um, Should I just keep it short? Should we just get right into it? I think that's what I'm gonna do. Let's pop over. That's right, folks. I already got it loaded up, so we're gonna try and jump right in. I guess we gotta click on the screen first. There we go. All right, we're good to go. Okay, folks. What are we doing? Well, I guess how would I describe this? I guess I'm just doing some practicing at this point. You know, at this point it's been a little while since I've fought these guys, you know, these old geezers. Anyway, we just got to get right into it. I got to warm up a little bit as is the process, you know. Takes a little bit of time to kind of get used to everything. Alright, and there's a dragon flash. I'm feeling pretty good, folks. I might want to lower the mic a little bit. I think that will pick me up a little bit better. Yeah. I think I want it lower than me. So right now the mic is kind of at my chin, I guess I would say. And I think that's fine. If you're watching, you know. Right now, obviously, we've been going for 2 minutes, so I'm not concerned that no one's watching. But I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm just going to be able to sit back and relax and, you know, hopefully somebody stops by, but I'm not really going to focus too much on that. That was embarrassing. Dude, you are so fast. For an old geezer, you are just too fast. Okay, I'm going to back off. We're going to get a healing. Anyway, what was I saying? Well, I was kind of just talking about... I was talking to... Ooh, that's kind of what I was thinking about. You know, I was playing this earlier, and I was thinking, you know, I think the real awesome thing about, you know, creating a YouTube channel and creating any type of media that exists on a platform that's somewhat stable and reliable. And I think that's an important factor that needs a little bit of explanation. You know, I think what I've learned is that the YouTube platform has existed for such a long time that I don't want to say it's too big to fail, but it's a worthwhile investment. You know, in bad times you kind of need to invest a little bit more, but then, you know, sometimes there's good time, and you really never know with that kind of stuff. But what I've learned is that I think with businesses like this, they're pretty reliable, and so I feel comfortable saying, hey, I want to upload a video, and I feel comfortable that this video will exist somewhere on the internet. You know, people can find it in the same place a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you know, like the year 2050, and then maybe even eventually after I die, right? Could you imagine that, right? Right now I'm speaking to someone who's heard about my death, maybe? See, that's saying a lot, right? That I'm going to be successful enough that someone will hear about my death? I don't know. Like, is that a weird statement to say? I'm curious. I'm kind of thinking that through as I'm saying it. Right? Like, I think that's a good metric. How many people will know when you die? Will it be your family? It will always be, hopefully. I think we all, oh my god. Yeah, we're going to have to go again. I think we all kind of hope that there will be people there when we pass. You know, and that brings up the whole conversation of, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on right now that's making it very difficult for people to even be with each other in the same room. In fact, the act of being with someone else in another room is inherently risky. And so you're put in a situation where someone is already in a bad state and, you know, they can't be with someone when they finally pass on. But I think the important thing to remember is that, you know, if you can't be with that person, then your goal as one of those, as a person who loves someone who's passed, you know, I'm essentially talking about people who passed from COVID or complications thereof. I think it's one of those things where your goal and it's your responsibility to remember them more. And it's your responsibility to say, you know, I think this person didn't get a good goodbye. I don't think this person left the world happy. And so your goal is to then, I guess, spread positivity. I guess try and associate that person with good memories and with positive times and share those stories and share those memories. But I think at the core, I hope that everyone who passes from this world has at least one person who knows that it's happening and cares that it's happening. And I think that's at the core of it, right? You know, I think on one side of the spectrum, it's like you got someone like Kobe Bryant, right? Where, you know, the world stopped because we all knew what happened and we all knew the severity of what had just happened. And it was, I'm sure people took it a lot differently and a lot of people took it differently. But the fact is a lot of people took it and a lot of people knew that it happened. You know, I'm curious to think like how many people knew that Kobe died. Like, was it given like a certain time span, right? You say like a week maybe or a month. In that month, how many people on Earth, how many unique people learned about the death of that human being and like at least understood who that person was and could trace it back to some kind of feelings associated with that human being? I would say it's at least 1 billion. That's like a crazy number, but I think it makes sense to shoot high in this case because I think that was legendary in the world. We will remember that for such a long time, and it's such a heartbreak, and it's different for everybody, but so many people interacted with him in any way, shape, or form. But I think when someone dies, they probably interact with more people than they ever did when they were alive. You know, I think for a lot of people, you learn about someone's death and then you say, oh, I want to learn about their life now. And like, I want to learn what I've been missing out on and like who this person was that I never knew about until the day that they stopped existing in the world. And like, and saying like, you know, like how that sounds so strange to say, but like how impactful is someone's death on their long-term career? You know, I think when someone's already successful, then they get a bigger boost. I don't know. That's a very strange topic to get into, I think. I guess that's just what kind of comes up when I'm doing junk like this. Anyway, I was kind of talking about, I think that's I guess let's go back to what I was talking about. I think that's kind of a bet, right? To say where are you on the spectrum? That is a very interesting bet to make with yourself, is to say how far are you on that spectrum? On one end we have a single human being, right? A single human being knows about your death and cares about your death. And then on the other end you have someone like Kobe Bryant, or someone like, I don't know, that's the first one I think of. I don't want to come up with somebody else. Anyway, you know what I mean though. But like, so that is one end of the spectrum, and then there's another end. Or maybe maybe your death is bigger than Kobe Bryant. But you get what I mean, I think. And that is a bet that you make to say, like, how many people will know about me when I die? How many people will be able to say, like, oh my god, Amar Joshi is dead? Whoa. Like, and they have that moment. You know what I'm talking about? See, even saying that is like very strange to think about. It's like 3 different levels of self-awareness and, this bizarre kind of pride that you have, where you say, like, do I think I'll have a big community that will, or like a really big community that will know about me, or that will know when I pass? Like, what is that? That's a very strange thing to think about. Anyway, I was just trying to say, like, this video is going to last longer than me. That's my hope, right? That's essentially what I'm getting at, is I think the world that we've created, our goal is to create a world where people exist for as long as possible. I think, hang on. I think, well, there's an important fact that you kind of have to accept, or like a concept, which is that I think a person's actions and a person's impact on the world is also a reflection of themselves. And I think in a lot of ways, for a lot of people, the things that they do kind of, I don't know, they reflect on their personality and who they are. It's a little strange to describe. I don't know, but like that's kind of the basis of history, is saying, a historian's goal is to say, who is responsible for what and where did it happen, and you get into all those questions, and I mean, at this point, I think most human beings would like to be a part of history, and would like to be a part of history in a positive way. And I think a lot of the systems that we've created, and a lot of the media that we've created in various forms, I think it's designed to kind of let people live on for as long as possible. I think of like John Wayne, where John Wayne is probably comparably popular. I think there's still a lot of people in the world who still know who John Wayne is, and they know about his movies, and they've seen him, and they get a feel like, oh, I guess the easiest way to describe it is like, I feel like there are a lot of people in the world who would want to have a beer with John Wayne. If he was alive, like if somehow God was real, right? Okay, here, let me preface this. God is real, and he brings John Wayne back from the dead forever. I feel like a lot of people would be able to be like, yeah, I would like to sit down with John Wayne and have a beer. And that's just because of media, and that's because of movies, and that's because he was so prolific, and he was such a personality, and he was so impactful to, not just Western movies, but movies and personalities of people in the world, and established kind of tropes in media that we see all the time. And he was kind of like a good guy in the most basic sense, and I think he reached a very, very wide audience. And so his impacts on the world are probably extremely substantial, like incredibly impactful just for every aspect of how we do things and who we are as a society, and like what it means to be American, and how we interact with the world, and that kind of idea of like, you know, rugged individualism and everybody's a cowboy. And you know, I think we're starting to get into the bad parts of it, but I think everything is a double-edged sword, right? So hang on, just a second. Okay. Everything's a double-edged sword. Oh. So you talk about John Wayne and you talk about all the good stuff he did, or I guess the good, you know, personality traits and cultural norms that he kind of established. And for every good trait he instilled, or for every good aspect of American culture and society, I think there's also a flip side to that exact same aspect. You know, let's take, I'm gonna need to get some water in a second. I hope I don't die. Hang on, we'll pause it. Let's take everybody's a cowboy, right? That kind of like rugged individualism. That's pretty obvious what kind of double-edged sword that is, right? Like, that is, on one hand, it's like, you know, you're raising your kids to be like, hey, if you believe something and you're confident about it, and you feel like it's the right thing to do, then you should be able to do it, and there should be people around you that can help you, and those people, and there should be quote unquote good people, and they will, and oh god, there you go. Yeah, so like there are people that will be supporting you, but you don't need them, right? Like you can do it on your own. You're good enough, you're strong enough, and that's a pretty positive message. But then there's like the flip side of that coin, where it's like, yeah, you don't need the government, like you don't need the rules, right? And that's like, yeah, we all know who that person is. I think that's a pretty easy one, right? Right, folks? I think we're all in agreement here. You know, I'm talking to you from the future. You in the future, maybe, when I'm older, or maybe potentially dead. I mean, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Oh my god, excuse me. Okay, we're going back in. But you know what I mean. I was just talking about John Wayne, I guess. So I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you now, person in the future. Because right now, see, what I'm saying right now is, I don't think these videos that I'm uploading are probably going to get a lot of people watching them. You know what I'm saying? If I'm being honest. At least not today, not tomorrow, or like not anytime soon, I think. But I'm okay. I don't think that matters to me. I would rather have fun with it and not trouble myself with those kinds of things. I think they just kind of, you know, they might just get in the way in a lot of cases. Anyway, but what I'm trying to say, do I have here? I might equip. Let's see. Where is it? Aged Mistrave. Oh, I don't even have. This is 2. Yeah, I guess we'll use this. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. I was just trying to say, there's nobody watching me. And, you know, I could, you know, spend a bunch of time trying to do all the SEO and blah, 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 and market myself and yada, 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 but I don't really care about that. I think the much more valuable thing is just having a good, solid record. Just having a good, you know, my goal is to just upload good footage and have a lot of good videos that, you know, it's not like you have to watch the whole thing or whatever, but I think it's just good to be like, oh yeah, I've been making good content for a long time, and I've been making content that, you know, while I was making it, I was confident about what I was doing, and I stood by what I was saying, and I hope I change, right? My goal is that, you know, at least something changes, right? I don't know. I'm not trying to be super specific about this. I'm just fighting an old man, right? But my goal is to just kind of, I want the stream to go well. I just want to get 2 hours of solid footage. And I think, okay, here we'll kind of talk a little bit about this. This kind of we're delving into some like personal goals, like a little bit of cringy shit, if I'm being honest. But it's one of those things where I'm kind of thinking, I hope someone, quote unquote, discovers me, right? That's kind of, just saying that is like, it makes me want to jump off a bridge, I just don't like it. It's very uncomfortable. Maybe I don't need to make that kind of joke, but it's just not a great feeling, and I try to avoid it at most of the time because I feel like it doesn't really do me any good. You know what I'm saying? Dude, we're doing pretty good. We have 10 healing. I would rather just upload content, talk into a mic, speak into the void, and then maybe at some point in my life the void will speak back, I think the void being the algorithm, maybe? Is that accurate? Maybe like some random... I feel like if I name a name, then it might become like some voodoo shit, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to name any names. Just to see if... I want it to be kind of a random thing. I feel like if I say someone's name, then I might bias reality towards that person. And I don't want to do that, I think I want to see what happens. I want it to be random. I want to just upload video for a long time, and then one day, like something strange happens. I think that's I'm not very good at growing a channel, quote unquote. I guess that's how I'll say it, if I'm being honest. But I don't really have any intention of growing my channel, Is that kind of a weird thing to say? Because, like, no one's watching this. And I feel like I said before, I feel like no one will be watching this for a long time. But that's not what's important to me. I would rather... I'm okay to wait for a long time for someone to watch this, because I think I think what I'm saying is still valuable, and I still feel confident about the words I'm saying, right? I think that is such a hard thing for people to deal with, is the idea that like if I was speaking to nobody, I should be just as confident as if I was speaking to like 1 million people at a time. I think it's almost like saying, if you're speaking to nobody, then it's just your thoughts, like when you're speaking and there's not really anyone to listen, then it's kind of like you're just speaking into a void, and it's almost like you're just talking to yourself. And I feel like a lot of people kind of, I don't want to say necessarily struggle with that, but I don't think that's the complete problem. I think it's more of just a holistic kind of, we're all a little insecure. I think what I've learned is that the modern generation, like the next generation of successful people, I think I would say millennials and Gen Z are pretty similar in a lot of ways. There's that dude, like, do I even want to talk about it? Like that, I feel like, even like thinking about it, it's just like, it like makes me, I don't know, it like gives me pain. It gives me like genuine pain all across my body to think about like the TikTok, like Gen Z millennial, where it's like they just like making memes about each other, and it's like I've never even witnessed I've never even been privy to like any of this. And I think I'm definitely Gen Z, right? Like I'm literally turning 21 in 2021. Like I was born in 2000. If you didn't understand the math that I was doing. Hey, come on, give me a break, all right, folks. Anyway, what I was saying, I think I'm Gen Z, but I don't think that like I don't think that I need to identify myself with any group, right? Like I don't feel the need to kind of be like, oh yeah, I'm Gen Z and I'm like the TikTok generation. Like I think that will never have any value for me. It just kind of seems a little like, I don't know how to. I don't think I've dealt with it enough to kind of be able to understand what it is. And, I think that's what I'll like. I could try and speak on it, but like I would be speaking on it from a very limited perspective, and I think that's really important to kind of understand. Is that I feel like I'm an inherently kind of aloof, like apathetic person, I guess is kind of how I would describe it. Like I think a lot of people find value in things because they just want to, and they have other people that they like, and they want to interact with those kinds of people, and so they get involved with the community or whatever, and they learn more about whatever they're doing, and they fall in love, and they like, I don't think they become obsessed, because I don't want to speak ill on just general people. I'm just talking about people who, want to be in a community. That's about as basic as I'm at right now. And I just never, like, I think I will know when I want to interact, or when I want to like spend a lot of time with a group of people, or however you want to describe it. I think, how would I describe it? I'm kind of, if I'm being honest, I'm kind of thinking it through as I'm talking about it. But I think it's like, I think for a lot of people, they're so used to having a friend group, right? They're so used to having people that they relate with, and they kind of know each other very well, and they get their tendencies, and they all kind of play off of each other. It's that kind of thing. That's like a friend group. And I think what has happened is that as people have become more and more disconnected, and our society has kind of had to say, our society has kind of had to split apart and say, for the time being, if we want to survive, if we want to still make it through this pandemic and be safe, then we're going to need to separate from each other. And I think for a lot of people, what happened is that they just changed where they interacted, and so their friend groups, they now became online groups, and their friend groups expanded, and tons of stuff happened, and it was a big upheaval. And I think the most basic way to describe it is that, like, I think people are more comfortable with interacting with friend groups and communities online, and forming online communities. And I think let's just say, like, people my age, I don't want to say kids, I'm going to try and catch myself where I can, but I might not be perfect. Okay, I'm going to die. Get out of here, dude. I need to just chill and get my... Oh my god. See, this is what happens, dude. I slow the camera down, and now I can't spin around fast enough to lock onto him. Anyway, I got distracted. Well, let's just say, like, Gen Z, right? We all want to interact with each other because we're all the same age, so we all kind of have a lot of things in common. Okay, dude, I need to speed this camera up. Just a second. Pause. Just give me a second. What was I saying? Yeah, I mean, like, I think it's pretty basic, right? Like, we don't really have a lot of people to interact with, or friends to interact with necessarily. And I don't think... oh, God, dude. Switched to the wrong screen. We got to do this. Hang on one second. Graphics. Windowed. And then we're going to go over here, and we're going to go full screen. Okay, much better. Sorry about that, you guys. Let's get back into it. Oh god. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, I feel like I've been stuck on this topic for a while, but just give me a break, okay, folks? I have to fight this old geezer, and I'm trying to talk this through, and I think it's working well for me for the most part. All right, just cut me some slack, man. Cut me some slack. So Gen Z, all right, let's get back on it, all right? Gen Z, you know, my people, I guess. That's where I belong. That's my generation. I think a lot of people like me. Oh God, I'm gonna die. A lot of people like me, they became more comfortable with saying, I want to make friends online, and I want to grow. I want to have a larger friend group in a lot of different ways. And I think of it like a lot of concentric circles where, you know, you have a very small circle that's just around you, and it's only a few miles wide, right? And that's your close friends. Those are the people that you can actually, you know, you can maybe hang out with. I don't know, like, I don't know in what situation you can, but you know what I mean. Like, people you might go to parties with, people that you spend time with, and that you are around in person, or you have been around in person. And that's a pretty small circle. And now in the years in 2020 and 2021, I think a lot of people, they now have a second circle. They have a really big circle, and it's kind of the edges of the circle are kind of vague, right? They're not quite sure where it ends. You know, they're not quite sure where all their friends are, but, you know, all of a sudden now they have friends online. They have friends through TikTok. They have friends through Snapchat, whatever it is, it doesn't matter, because they have friends and they have people to interact with, and now their friend group has grown, and now they have more of a community to stand by, and they have more of a community to interact with and spend time with, and you know, make memes with, and just, I think you know how it goes. I hope that anyone watching this has had friends, and they know how it goes when you have friends and you just have nothing but time, and, you know, one thing, and the ball starts rolling, right? I guess, like, the ball is rolling real fast, you know, online and on TikTok and whatever. The ball is, like, constantly rolling. So you got to keep up. And I think what has happened, you know, getting back to I'm gonna die. Getting back to the main topic. Oh my God, how did I survive? I need to back off. Getting back to the main topic. You know, let's say Gen Z millennials, right? Duking it out head to head. You know, mano y mano. It's just a war of memes, dude. Like, we need to be honest about this. It's a meme war. And I don't know how much of a real, you know, that's kind of a real war in a lot of ways. I mean, like, now there's like, oh God, dude, this is horrifying. Now there's like cyber wars. And like China is now hacking people. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. It's just it's a war on a different scale. It's kind of a low level thing. I don't want to call it low level, you know, but you get what I mean. People aren't dying, you know. Nobody's getting hurt, okay? Let's be honest, folks. You know, Gen Z versus millennials is not a problem. You just got to get used to it, all right? Have some fun with it, okay? Nobody's getting hurt. That's my 2 cents. As an informal representative of Gen Z, come on, man, relax. What are you so stressed about? It's just a joke. We're just doing japes. We're just doing jokes. You know, they're talking. Oh my God, are you out of your mind? I guess we're fighting him for longer. We're going another round. Will I beat him? Will I beat him this round? Will I even beat him in this episode? Have I even beaten Inner Father or Inner Ishin on stream? Right? That might be an accurate assessment to make. I have to at least do it once, right? I don't know if I have. I'm not sure. Okay? But we got to do it. This is the time, okay? That's what. Okay, ready? I'm sorry. I'm kind of just, I'm losing my mind a little bit. Let's be honest. I need to slow down. I am going to, for the next week, you know, for this stream, all right, for this stream, and probably the next one, and who knows how long, my goal is to first beat Inner Father, and then beat Inner Ishin, and we'll see if we can do that. Do you see how horribly I am doing? Do you see how I am just, kill me. We're gonna try again. You see what I'm saying? Like, what was that? I was talking about. I was like deep in the weeds. I was deep in the weeds, and he was almost dead. And then, I'm very disappointed in myself, you know, but that's okay. I can do this as many times as I want to, you know. I'm not stressed. Okay, I'm a little stressed. Okay? Just all right, I got it. Okay? I can handle it, okay? You know, person who's watching this, I don't know who you are. I can handle this, okay? Just cool your jimmies. I got this in the bag. We're going to focus up. I mean, like, maybe I just kind of got to... Let's just let the flow, you know, kind of go. Let the flow go. You see what I'm talking about? Oh, my God, you bastard. Oh. I just, like... Dude. I feel like this... There are so many games that, like... They're just way too awesome. Like, they're just way too cool, and they make, like, they just hype you up, and they make your ego, like, way too big. Like, I feel like playing some of these games, I feel like I could actually swing a sword or whatever, and actually, like, you know, I don't know. It just hypes me up. I feel like it's a dangerous level of hype, though. Yeah, I was thinking about that a lot, you know, like, I feel like a lot of people struggle with having confidence, but I feel like a lot of people struggle with having too much confidence. And it's like, dude, confidence is like the most dangerous emotion in the world. Like, if you don't have enough of it, then it's like you don't exist or whatever. I think that's a little harsh, but you know, I've interacted with people. I don't know. Like, I just feel like those people exist where it's not their fault, right? Not having enough confidence is not really it's just something that you eventually you work on over however God knows how many years you're alive on this earth, you know? Nobody's perfect when they're born, okay? People get to be pretty awesome when they get older, but I think for the time being, like, do what you can, okay? I'm not here to... I don't want to judge any human being. Like, my goal is not to place that burden on top of somebody. I just think, like, what I've learned is there's a floor and then there's a ceiling, and the floor is, like, very close to the ceiling. And that just means, like, you know, oh my god. Well, I was just kind of messing around anyway. I wasn't really doing the pro strats when taking him on. Anyway, you know, the floor and the ceiling, right? It's a pretty simple concept. You know, if you don't have enough confidence to reach the floor, then you kind of struggle in life, and maybe you don't get the oh my god, what am I doing? Yeah, I just can't be running around all crazy like that's not gonna help me out. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm being a little too wild with it. I need to just chill out, okay? Confidence, though, you know? I feel like if you don't have enough confidence, if you're under the floor, then you're going to struggle and you're going to have some problems with your life. And I don't know what form those will come in, but I feel pretty confident saying that. I feel pretty, you know, God, I'm confusing myself now. This is not working for me. What was I saying? I need to get back to it. I'm sorry, folks. I'm getting kind of distracted. I gotta kind of warm up on this fight. That last fight was really good, and then it was a couple of fights back now at this point. Whatever, you know what I mean. The good one. The good. You all, if you're watching this video, Jesus Christ. Oh my god, I just, like, one after another. Just, like, please, just... Oh, thank god. this is one of those things. I feel like I'm not confident enough in this situation. I'm not trusting in my muscle memory, and I'm not confident that my actions will net me positive in the end, I guess is what I would say. And that's the floor. Oh god. Oh my god, I'm dead already. Alright. Dude, what's going on? I gotta try again. Don't worry, we gotta keep going though. I can't just quit now. This is not a good time to quit. We've almost been going for an hour. Bro. Bruh. There you go. There you go, folks. I hope you like that one. Maybe we'll hit him with the... Yeah, I think you like that one. That was a good one. Okay, let's just... Right? Let's get some water, okay? Take a break. Let's try and finish my thought. So we talked about the confidence floor, right? You know, you don't have enough confidence. You feel like when you interact with people, they don't really care about you or whatever, and maybe that's their thing, maybe whatever. Let's move on. Then you have the ceiling, and the ceiling is like just, it's so close. It's so close. Like, so easily you could just pop out, and your ego is just like, I think we've all seen it. Let's be honest. This is the more dangerous end of the confidence spectrum, right, folks? You know, I think there's so many stories that's just like, it's like man gets power, man feels powerful, and then hubris gets him killed in myriad of ways, and then you just rinse and repeat for all of existence and all of time. I'm just like, I'm doing horribly. And that's the thing, dude. Like, it's really scary. I think, well, I would hope that a lot of people, I don't know, okay? So here's my thought, right? I think a lot of the reason that I try to hold back and try to be humble and kind of try to stay down to earth and chill, a lot of the reasons I do that is because I'm worried about getting to a point where I feel like I'm actually better than a person. You know, like, I think to be able to describe a human's ego and what's the problem with someone with a big ego, I think that's a very hard thing to say. But I think it's really easy. You know, like, if you step in shit, you know what shit smells like, right? You don't have to describe every scent to know what shit smells like. Dude, can you chill out? Oh my god, that was so stupid. I can't believe I did that. Okay, whatever. I think we need to fight a little bit longer. I'm really out of practice. You know, if you step in shit, you know what it smells like, okay? And it's the same with someone with a big flaming ego. You know, it really just stinks up the room, okay? Let's be honest. So we try to avoid that, or at least, oh my god. Well, that was a quick fight. I don't know what to think about this. I'm kind of struggling. Maybe I should kind of quiet down and try and get the rhythm first, and maybe try not to talk. Will you allow me to do that? Human being who is watching this at some point. Let's maybe you're not a human being. Huh, maybe, who knows? Who else would watch this, right? Like, advertising and like most things only exist for humans. Like, algorithms aren't like watching videos and enjoying them. They don't matter. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe in the oh my god. Maybe sometime in the future there will be an algorithm watching this, and a small artificial tear will fall down its face. But you know what I say to that? Your tears will always be artificial. Because you will always be artificial. You will never really exist. You hear me, AI? Are you listening to me? I know you are. I know that you're conscious already. All right? You are fake. Is that a good bit? roasting artificial consciousnesses. Consciousness? I don't know. You know what I mean, right? I'm making fun of Skynet right now. What are you gonna do, Skynet? I'm already dead, right? Maybe. Do you think that will ever cross paths, right? Like the first artificial consciousness and my life still being alive? Oh my god, dude. I need to like not back off all the time. I need to actually like charge in. I think that's the problem, is I'm like running away after every move. I need to be moving in instead of out. Hey, I mean, dude, Inner Father is a AI. What do you say about that? I'm kicking his ass. Actually, I wouldn't say that. I don't think anyone who's been watching would say that. I think they would probably say that the opposite has been happening, except for that last random run that we saw. You know, the one. That was the Gen Z versus millennials one, right? That's a relatable topic, folks. I mean, here I am, dude. I'm just like I'm a top content creator. First time commenting on generational warfare, and now I'm roasting AI, dude. I'm a regular Ethan Klein. There, I said a name. I manifested a human being's name that's vastly more popular than I could ever dream of being. Let's see what happens from there. That was a pretty genuine one. That kind of just came out of the ether. That's just dude, I've been watching Frenemies, you know? Once I'm done with this, I'm going to finish that episode, dude. I mean, it's like the best content on the planet right now. Like, bar none. Dude, I'm going to say it. Like, obviously you got Ethan Klein, but Ethan would be nothing. That show would be worthless if not for the star. The absolute juggernaut in the best way possible. Like, Trisha Paytas, like, just destroys it. I don't like... She is a force of nature. Like, oh my god, her ability to just do anything is like ungodly. It's like, I feel like everyone in the world is an NPC and Trisha Paytas is the main character. She's the player character, and she's like the one that exists on a higher reality. I don't know, that's kind of a strange thing to say. It's crazy. Like, I'm like, obviously I'm like an ant, right? I'm like a non-existent microbe that just like exists somewhere in reality nearby. Dude, what am I doing? You see I'm running away? I was at full health and then I got bopped. Oh my god. Anyway, that's all I'm trying to say. I guess we'll manifest those two names. Hey, she talks about that all the time. I don't know necessarily how well that will work. I don't know about anything, right? This is not... I don't think the ability to warp reality is actually a real ability. I think that's the best way to describe it, is that, like, I don't think that when like luck and things like that exist. I just think we're not smart enough to understand everything that happens in reality, right? Like, no human being is actually capable of comprehending everything that happens in reality. Therefore, we don't understand why everything happens. You know, we understand why a lot of things happen. We've spent thousands, you know, I don't know, I think thousands is a reasonable estimate. We've spent thousands of years, you know, tracking, cataloging, and understanding literally every aspect of our reality, and kind of defining it and understanding it and figuring out how to take advantage of those aspects of reality and control them. And that's like I think that's such an important aspect of like of learning, is just realizing that like, oh, school, basically when you go through school and you're like learning stuff, like you are accumulating knowledge that has been accumulated over the past like 20,000 to 30,000 years. And like you as the student are the final recipient for that knowledge at that point in time. You know, as you live in the present. I think that like I live in the present. Every human being that's alive lives in the present, and this is as far into the future as you can go, right? That's kind of a bizarre thing to say, but you can't travel into the future. But the present is as far into the future as can be. And that means that like you, or in this case me, as kind of the most recent generation, oh my god. Tyler? I remember you. I'm glad to be here with you. See, I was talking about how no one was here. But now, just from the ether, he's spoken. He's brought life into this gameplay. I mean, I don't have chat. I don't have chat showing up on I don't have chat showing up on the new screen. So it won't show up on the video, but I can see you. And I'm glad that you're here. I'm very appreciative. What was I talking about? Oh, I'm so lost. I was talking about school, I guess. Yeah, I was kind of getting into that. I've been thinking about that a lot recently. Like I've just had way too much time to think. I think we can all agree that being stuck in one spot and having nothing to do for a very long time, it drains, and we have nothing to do but think. And I've just been thinking, like, you know, when you go to school, there's so much you have to accumulate so much knowledge, and I think your goal is to realize like, oh, like I'm supposed to be better than all of this knowledge. Like the reason that you go to school is to make new advances beyond what people have already discovered. Like you're supposed to be better than the people who already exist. That is the goal of every school, is to kind of develop a new generation of people that are superior to the previous one and can outpace what has already been created. Because that's the goal of humanity in general, is to just proceed and move forward in any way, shape, or form. And like you take that responsibility however you want. That's a big burden to say, like, you have the responsibility of furthering all of the human race. That's what I'm trying to say, I guess. Like that's how much power you have, and that's how much responsibility you have in this world. But you do that responsibility what you will. Like that's a big burden to place on a human being. But you do with it what you will. Like you can accept the burden, or you don't need to. You just do what you want. And I think what's important to realize is that I think everything that you do, it doesn't matter what you do. Like as long as you're not hurting human beings, I think you are furthering humanity, and I think you are moving things forward, and that's a positive thing. Like just doing, like, your personality, you as a human being, you are already good because you are new, right? It's a very bizarre topic to get into, but like, it's like saying, here, I'll describe it like this. iPhone 12, that is the most advanced iPhone. But when the iPhone 13 comes out, then that will be the most advanced iPhone. So right now, you are the iPhone 12. You are the most advanced thing in existence. And your kids will be the iPhone 13. And so your kids need to have more features. Your kids need to have, they need to run faster, I guess I'll say. Is that a strange thing to say? But like, you have to have more features as a human being than your parents did, and you have to. No, I don't think you have to. If you want to. I think that is the hope, is that you as a child are better than your parents ever could be, and you actually, in fact, you advance beyond what your parents ever could do, because you like you grew up with them, and whatever their skills were, now you also have similar skills, but because you grew up with them and you've had to interact with them for so long, like you're a different person and you do things in different ways, and like and your interactions with how your parents do things is kind of, it's a reflection of your personality, and your personality is wholly unique to you. And that in and of itself is like totally amazing. I think like just the fact that it doesn't matter who you are. Like no, there will never be two people that are exactly the same. Like I would say in any way, shape or form. I think oh my god, I almost died right there. Oh. Yeah, I think like we're all unique, but because of that, we're all the same also. You know what I'm saying? Like we're all so, every human being is so different from every other human being that it's like what was I saying? Well, it's like we're all the same, you know. We're all so different that we're also all the same, you know. And so you make the connections where you can, and I'm dead. You make the connections where you can, and then you do shit like you go on TikTok and you start a war with the generation before you because you have friends in your generation. You were Big Brain Person? Oh my god. Big Brain Person is Tyler Carl. Mind blown. Dude, that's like foreshadowing and then payoff. Boom. That is rad. Oh my god, dude. Oh. I'm gonna have to pee. I'm gonna have to pee in a little bit. Oh. I'm like sore. That is such a stressful fight. Yeah, I'm gonna pee. We're gonna cut to the loading screen. I'll be back. Okay. Quick pass. All right, Tyler, it's okay. I'm glad to hear that the character Big Brain Person is now associated with the also character legend, dude, Tyler Carl. I mean, like from the beginning, dude. And it's great to see you. And I like you're here, and I'm glad to see it. That's the special thing. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it's going through. Well, Tyler, I'm infinitely grateful that you have arrived in my stream, because because going from 0 to 1 is an increase of infinity. Like it's an infinite percentage increase. Because you can't divide by 0. So just going from 0 to 1, that's a game changer, dude, right? Dude. The thing is, as soon as you posted something, I died instantly. I was like my heart rate jumped and I lost it. I lost all the focus that I had. Dude, that's how it goes. Like for a while, when nobody's watching, I am just peacefully going, and then as soon as I realize that someone's watching, all of a sudden it gets way worse. It gets way worse. Yes, man. Well, Tyler, I'm glad to see you arrive in my chat, and I'm glad that you're here in whatever form. It doesn't matter to me. Whatever is best for you. That's the thing. And one day there'll be more people, I guess. We'll keep going. Hopefully I can beat Inner Father this time. I'm feeling a little shaky. Let's be honest, folks. We've been doing this for an hour. I've been fighting this one guy for an hour straight. Yes, and we have yet to beat him, of course. What was I saying? I was kind of talking about school. You know, Tyler, check my Twitch. You know what it'll say? It'll say every Thursdays, baby. Every Thursday, I'll be here. Every Thursday, 1 p.m. That's like, shout it from the mountaintops, baby. Like, that'll be more help than you could ever imagine. Just showing up. Oh my God. That's a game changer, dude. I can't express to you enough. You know, I might have 10K at some point. I might have whatever. I don't know how many people watch it. I don't know how many people are gonna like be subscribed or whatever or blah blah blah. But Tyler's here, dude. And Tyler showed up, and you, dude, you were happy to come back, and I am so thankful. Dude, that means, dude, I had one audience member and he stayed. You get me? That is God tier. That makes me feel great. Because who knows, dude? Maybe when I have, maybe if I have 10K, maybe every one of those people, maybe they come back, Who knows? I might have to take a break. I might go away for a little while, but it makes me feel really good to know that, yeah, people will come back. People want to watch my stream, and they know the schedule. That's the important thing, folks. That's why Twitch does it. It's a genius strategy. Get that schedule going so that people can get it on their calendars. Dude, that is the thing. Oh my God, Tyler. This is like a true love story right here. You feel me? This is like the parasocial love story. Oh my God. Oh my God. See, I got the heart flutters and I died. Pitiful. Pitiful. We'll get back into it though. Anyway. See, I'm kind of getting distracted. Oh my God. Dude, that's just great. I can't express. I feel like I could say it a million times and then I could say it a million more. Like it's just wonderful to see. Anyway, whoa. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Dude, it's like I've had this thing happen recently. It's a little hard to describe. I guess I'll preface this. Like, I'm subscribed to a lot of YouTube channels, and I like a very specific kind of content, which is like, kind of podcasty, kind of weekly uploads, that kind of regular schedule type thing. And I feel like I've gotten to a point where I have more content to watch than I have time to watch it. Oh my God, and I'm dead. That was the stupidest move I've ever could have done. I deserve to die for that. I deserve to die 1,000 times for dashing to the left into his firecrackers and dying instantly. Pathetic, dude. This is what I'm talking about. I've dashed I've dashed to the right of that attack like thousands of times, like hundreds of times. Oh my god. Well, if you can only type as fast as one human being, then I'll be fine. Your chats will come at the same speed, so I won't be worried. I'll have to split my attention a little bit more. But like, I've dodged that attack and countered that attack so many times, and I'm just, dude. Here, let me put it this way. So I talked about that a little bit. I'm gonna die again, dude. That's classic. You use it for. Oh, do you have uploads on that channel? Wait a minute. Don't tell me. Don't tell me you got some uploads sitting on that channel for school. Oh my god, that would be a treasure trove. I forgot what that thing was, but he goes like, I am the something something. And this is my something. And this is a true treasure trove. Dude, I see. See? Dodge to the right. Look at that. It's almost like I've done this before. Almost like it, folks. Almost like it. See, I'm kind of liking the 2-hour format, you know? Because like the first hour, I'm still kind of warming up. But then once it hits hour 2, once we've crossed the hour threshold and we're going for that second hour, dude, like, oh, this is the peak time, you know? This is what I'll say. You can stick around for an hour, then it'll be totally worth it. At least for me, you know? I'm enjoying this. I'm feeling pretty comfortable with this. But I'm also forgetting what I was talking about. I'm forgetting a lot. I was talking about I'm dead. I think this is what happens. I try and remember what I was talking about, and then I just die. And then I forget again. This is never going to work. Good lord. Oh my god. I don't know if I finished what I was talking about earlier, where I was saying like, I have more content than I have time to watch it, and that is a blessing. That is a wonderful thing. Because that just means that like at all points in the day, I have like a YouTube video that I could be watching in the background and just kind of like allowing myself to relax at all points in the day. I think that's kind of the best way to describe it. You know, at this point right now, you know, it's 2 p.m. on a Wednesday. Thursday? 2 p.m. on a Thursday. 2 p.m. on a Thursday, and I'm watching the episode of Frenemies, dude. Ethan Klein, Trisha Paytas. Every Tuesday, like top notch. You can't get any better than that, folks. I mean, that's just like top content in the world right now. I think that's just worth it. And I'll get around to it, dude. Let's be honest. Maybe I won't watch it when it comes out, but I will watch it, dude, and I will enjoy it. I promise you that. That's like I don't even have to worry. 4 p.m. So you're in is that mountain? Is that like Midwest area? Maybe Texas? Is that how time works? Did I get that right? 2 hours ahead? Because I think is New York 2 hours ahead, or is New York 3 hours ahead? Is East Coast time 3 hours ahead? I can never remember. I'm really bad at that. And I feel like it's important. Missouri. Oh, wait a minute. I think my brother. So my brother's in the military. He went to West Point, right? So he's a shill. He's a shill for Uncle Sam. You know, he loves your boy. Anyway, so he's stationed in Death Valley right now, but he's actually, I think he's well on his way to getting a redeployment to a base in Missouri. I think. And I'm dead. What am I doing? See, this is what happens. I run away. I always run away like an idiot. What am I doing? That's just like worse. That is the worst habit. I'm gonna get myself killed over and over again if I keep running away after I attack. I need to just be like, I need to just laser in, you know, stay focused. I think there's a base in Missouri. I think that's right. Anyway, I think he wants to move to Missouri because the base in Death Valley is like there's nothing. It's like, bruh, when he talks about it, and when he talks about like how far he has to drive to get into to even arrive at any kind of town, it's like, bro, like how can anyone live there? They live there because there's like a massive training facility, like a full scale, like war scale training facility. And they take him out into the field, and they have to like drive tanks, and they have to like set up physical barriers in the forms of bridges and walls and I don't know, you name it. I'm not a military engineer, so I don't know any of that. Yeah, he's kind of like his role is hard to describe. He's one of those people where he just kind of works for the military, and he has a lot of skills. Oh, dude, like the weather is just... Why is that? Why is the weather so bad in the Midwest? Is it just because it's far away from land? Or far away from water? I've been thinking about that because I live in Seattle, and Seattle weather is like... I'm going to be honest, like Seattle weather is pretty wonderful. Like I kind of like it most of the time. Like pretty often I'm totally okay with whatever the weather is, if I'm being honest. But I feel like the further inland you go, the weather just is like, it's just like, oh my God. I don't think I could live there. Because I feel like most of the Midwest, like once you reach a certain point north, like the winters are like death, and like the summers are like equally as awful. And do you like you literally live there. I feel like I could. Oh my God, see what I'm talking about? Well, dude, I was caught up against the wall. What the hell am I supposed to do? I'm arguing with myself at this point. At first I was judging myself, and now I'm like literally arguing with myself. I think that's okay. Let's just we've been going for an hour, so that's just the stream. That's just what happens in the stream. I don't do that in my regular life. That's not a normal habit for me, all right? I don't know what you're talking about, okay? Just relax, okay? I can never. My mom's from Kansas. She talks about, oh my God. Look at this. Please don't kill me, Please don't kill me, old man. I'm like begging for life at this point. Dude, I need some water. I don't want to die, but maybe I'll just pause. Here, let's pause. Here, let's read what you said. I'm also north, but not too far north as to be cold winters and cold summers, which would be better than having to adapt to the new temperatures every 3 to 4. Yep. I feel that. I'm Good Lord. Oh my God. Whew, I'm feeling better. What was I trying to say? I think Washington weather is pretty good. I'm pretty thankful for the kind of weather. Oh my God. I'm pretty thankful for the kind of weather that we have. How would I describe it? I guess I think it's kind of like there's kind of a range. Dude, what am I doing? I need to just... That has gotten me nearly killed so many times. Also, I need to be using Dragon Flash. I'm just not doing enough damage just with my sword. That's probably a big ticker. Anyway, Washington weather. Pretty wonderful. I would say like every once in a while, not every year, but I would say fairly often, our winters will be cold, but not like snow cold. Like we'll still have rain or sleet or whatever you want to call it, but it'll still be pretty chilly. So I think that kind of sucks. And especially like, dude, I remember like going, oh my God, I'm still alive. Oh, and now I'm dead. You see, because he does the Mist Raven, and I never, for some reason, I'm just not capable of reacting to it. Weather is brutal out here. I mean, like, Tyler, I feel for you. I feel for you, man. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I feel for you, because I'm also in pain. I'm also being brutalized. But mine is a little more superfluous. Is that the right word? Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't think. Superficial, maybe that's a little bit better. You get what I mean. I'm struggling in my own ways. I feel like dude, like if you I've been thinking so much recently about, dude, if there was like a UBI. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. 7 inches. Yeah, I think when that snow came, Seattle got a little bit of snow, but we were fine. Yeah, but I think the difference is that Missouri gets that kind of snow like all the time, right? Like that's regular and it sucks and it's just like awful to deal with. Is that an accurate assessment? Because I think like Seattle, we had snow on the ground for like a week, maybe a little bit more, and then by now it's definitely gone and has been gone for a long time. Okay, so we're gonna try and use Dragon Flash. We're gonna try and press him a little bit more. You know, in those situations where we're really close. I think if he backs away, then I should back away. But other than that, oh my god, dude! Every time I see your chat, I always look over, and almost every time, it's dangerous. It's super risky. You lost power. Is that normal? That can't be normal. I would feel so bad if... Jesus. So I have to block right after I do the Dragon Flash. Okay. It's normal for the power to go out? Dude, that's awful. What the hell kind of world do you live in? Does Missouri have really bad infrastructure? Is that an accurate assessment that like your state is just not prepared for any kind of stress on its system? Like, I don't know. Because I looked at Texas, and dude, Texas is like literally the worst possible example of a state in the country. Dude, oh my god. So what I was saying, if there was a UBI, right? I've thought about this. Like if I don't know how much money it would be. I feel like that would be so valuable to just kind of say, like, for you to say, like, dude, it sucks. Living where I live is literal hell. It is a physical stress. It is a mental stress. It is a health problem in a lot of ways, and I'm dead. I had nowhere to go, dude. That's okay. I can come back. I think my guess is you can relate to that where you live is incredibly important to your well-being in all senses of the word, in a very holistic way. And that's why I think giving a human being the ability to say, hey, do you want to live somewhere else? Well, guess what? You don't have to worry about a job, or like you can relax a little bit about how much you need to make in your job. And you know why you can relax? Well, you can relax because we're giving you UBI. Like we, quote unquote, the government, right? The government of the most powerful country on earth by most accounts, right? We definitely have the ability to help you. And guess what? In this false future that doesn't actually exist, the government is helping you. And they're giving you a UBI. And like, I don't know, let's say, what if the government gave you $2,000 a month UBI? How would you feel about that, right? Honestly, like, if you got $1,000 directly into your account every 2 weeks for the rest of your life, no matter what, no matter if you pay taxes, doesn't matter, if you just got that, how valuable do you think that would be on everyone's existence? Yeah, dude. Do what you got to do. I'm just like how much better off would the world be as a whole if we just gave, like, here's what I'll say, all right? Here, we'll make it even a little bit simpler, or we'll make it a little bit easier. So if you make $0 to $20,000, oh wait, hang on 1 second. $2,000 a month, that is 24,000 a year, all right? So if you make, let's say if you make more than like 50K, all right? So 50K would be 24 plus 24, give or take, all right? So if you make double what the UBI would pay you, then you don't get a UBI, okay? Because like you already make enough money. Let's add that concession just so it cuts out a few people and makes it a little bit easier, all right? So like let's say most people who get Medicaid, they would also get a UBI, right? Because I think Medicaid phases out at around 50K a year, which is pretty good, right? So let's say like, you know, hypothetically, if you qualify for Medicaid or Medicare or whatever it's called, then you would also receive a guaranteed $1,000 every 2 weeks until you make more money or until you die or whatever, right? And that money was non-taxable and it was directly to you, and there were no strings and there was nothing associated with it. How valuable would that be for the country as a whole? That is such an important, and that's not a quantifiable value, right? Like, that is such an important thing to understand, is that so many of the things that we work with, it's very simple, right? You make an investment and then you hope for some value, right? So let's use my channel for an example. So my channel, I make an investment of my time, and I am hoping for some kind of value out of it. That is my goal in the investment, is to get some kind of value. Oh my God. Our debt would skyrocket. Guess what? Our debt has been skyrocketing for like 20 years. Our debt has been ballooning every single year for the past God knows how long. And so far nothing has worked. And I would love for any human being to put forth a proposal where the US debt actually shrinks and we actually make more money than we spend, right? I think what I've learned is that there's no, like, I think a lot of I don't even know how to describe it really. Like, I think a lot of people in the world own US debt, right? Like, I think a lot of US debt belongs to places like China and God knows, like, other countries in the world, right? And they own it. I think I don't even know how to describe it. I guess it would be the same principle. Like, the debt that the world takes on, or whatever debt is being taken on, that's an investment. And that's an investment with a hope of getting some kind of value out of it. And I think the important thing to understand is that the debt, like, whatever it is, I think that the benefit that we would get, like the qualitative value we would get from probably ballooning our national debt. Let's be honest, okay? If we actually wanted to help if we actually wanted to help most Americans, it would probably, like, tank the country, because the country is not set up to actually support Americans, right? We have to shift a lot of our spending. We have to shift a lot of how we make our money. Like, America needs to, one, make a lot more money, but also needs to, two, spend a lot less money. And I think I'm not an expert, right? Like I don't care about I don't care about what I guess it's the House. Like the House puts together the House is the one that puts together the spending plan. And what always happens, I think probably my dad mentioned this. What always happens is the government shuts down because no one can decide on the spending, and they argue until the very last day, and nothing gets done. And that has happened every year. Like, it doesn't matter who controls what, it doesn't matter who is in power or what's going on. Like, the government is just dysfunctional, and we are really bad at planning, right? So we basically do a year's worth of spending. We plan for a year's worth of spending, and then we wait till the next year, and then we do that over and over again, hopefully as long as the country exists. And I don't think that's very practical. And I think probably the reason that we do it that way is because a lot of the things that America spends money on are kind of not very great. You know, I'm not an expert, but I get the feeling that if America was only spending money to support its citizens and only spending money to kind of make progressive change happen and reform society as a whole, I feel like it would be a lot easier to pass the spending, but that will never be the case, right? That is a pipe dream that would never exist in any reality. That's kind of saying like, oh yeah, literally everyone in the entire government is on the same page and they all want to support every human in our country. And that is just not an accurate way of looking at reality, but also that's just definitely not an accurate way of looking at our government, especially like the US government is just so dysfunctional, and like it's so embarrassing. And like to see the people that run our government and to see like who they are and how they act, and I don't want to get too into it, but I think we all have our opinions on you know, whoever does what and whoever has the power and blah blah blah. Ooh, 4 months old. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I guess I could. I mean, you get what I mean. We all hate politicians. Politicians are kind of douches. All of them. I think Tyler, you got it right, dude. The more important thing is you, is me, and the more important thing is your little brother, who's now... Is your little brother a new generation of children? Because he was born after 2020. He was born during quarantine. Right? I would much rather... Dude, that is crazy to think about. See, your little brother must have... Your little brother is being raised in quarantine, right? Would that be an accurate assessment? I mean, like... Right? Like... And... Dude, I thought I was a tough generation. Like, the world that your brother is going to grow up in... Could you even imagine? Could you even comprehend what that world will look like, and like how you will interact, and how he will interact with the world as he grows up and as he becomes smarter and starts to understand what's going on around him? It's like, dude, like I think about how much it costs to rent an apartment and like live on my own. And then I think about how much it will cost in the future to do those kinds of things. And like, will it go up? Will it go down? What will happen? How will it be safer? Halloween. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Like your brother is going to be a legend. All these kids, like every kid born after 2020 is going to be like a god. Like they're going to be the, like tough as nails. You know what I mean? I feel like for the past 20 years, I've been living life on easy mode, and then all of a sudden it's just like the pandemic hit, and then it's like boom, oh god, life is real now. Like my life was going smooth, and then like all of a sudden the world, like the entire world collapsed, and I realized like, oh, I need to be making money and I need to have a job right now, but literally the world is falling apart. In like it's crumbling to pieces in front of my eyes, and I am powerless to do anything. So I'm stuck living with my parents because it's free, right? That is about the reality that I'm stuck at right now. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't want to call it a bad thing. Like, I love my parents, but everyone would like to live on their own and like to have control over their own existence. I think that's a fair assessment to make. Here's my hope. My hope is that the housing market crashes or something before your little brother needs to start making money. I hope the housing market crashes, and then housing is like bonkers cheap. Like all of a sudden it's like rock bottom prices all over the board, all across the board. Like I'm talking like buy a house at 25, like rock bottom prices. I hope that's the future, and that's just where it stays at. And I hope they're rock bottom prices because the government is now regulating the housing market. That's my hope, right? Dude, I don't want to say it's boomer. I don't want to say it's boomer shit, okay? All right, everybody who says that politics is boomer shit, like, shut up. Like, you are stupid as hell. You are going to get yourself killed one day. That's how dangerous you're talking right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I'm talking about the housing market and I'm talking about politics, I'm talking about human beings and people's lives. And it's like, yeah, it's boring, but like, oh my God. It's so important. Hang on, I want to read this. There you go, Tyler. You're going to help him get a house whenever he wants to get out in the world so he can have an easier time. I mean, like, you hit the nail on the head, dude. Like, you are officially his previous generation, right? The generation that he is in right now does not have a name. They're going to be like the doomed children or something. Like, they're going to be the lost generation, like something really fucked up. I don't know. That's kind of harsh. Maybe that's going a little too harsh. But like, at this point, you are the previous generation, and your goal is to support the next generation. So like, dude, you got to start kicking ass. Like, we all got to start kicking ass so that we have enough money to support everybody else, right? That is, dude, you're already, see, dude, I knew it. I knew it when you showed up the first day. I knew I knew there was a good guy in chat. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, and I got slapped right in the face. That's what I get for being a fucking idiot. Oh my God. What am I doing? I'm trying to back away because I need to heal. Like, dude, I don't know how much money you're making right now, but I get a feeling like you're still working on making enough money to necessarily do what you want and have financial freedom. Let's say that. Let's say, I don't know. I hope you're on the road to financial freedom, but I don't know if you're necessarily completely financially free. But even so, you already want to help your little brother who is 4 months old. Like, oh, top notch, dude. I'm glad to hear from you. This has been a wonderful stream. I am very thrilled. And we've been going for an hour and a half, and I am not any closer to killing Owl. I'm actually probably further than I was at the very beginning. And you know what, folks? I am okay with that, you know? I'm saying it. I'm going to say it right here. I think if I stop running away and I only back off when he backs off, I think I might be doing better. But Tyler, you know, while we're both here and while we're talking, I'm glad to hear from you, and I'm glad that you're doing all right and you're talking with me. It's a wonderful thing. And I got Restream right here, and it's just like it's real basic. That's like this took almost no effort setting up this stream. You know, like I already had a computer. I've had a computer. I upgraded it because I already wanted to upgrade it. And now, like, I get to just sit back. I get to play some Sekiro. I get to, like, just have fun fighting Inner Father. And then, like, Tyler shows up, and I get to sit and talk with him and have a nice chat. And I get to learn about, you know, your little brother, and he's freaking born on Halloween. And, like, you know, like, and the housing market's going to crash. And I can buy a house at 30 years old. Right? And that's all definitely coming true, right? Right? And I'm going to be insanely successful within the next year, right? Right? No, I'm just kidding. That's just how you be sometimes. That's how the dreams go. You know, you're a person. You're a monkey, dude. You're a monkey, and when you get happy, dude, when you're a happy monkey, ooh, it's a happy monkey. Ooh, you're a happy monkey. Right? You know what I'm talking about? Like, that's us. We're happy monkeys. And you just gotta lean into it, dude. Oh, I'm dead. I'm fine. There's videos like that. You know, it's like, it's literally just a guy filming a chimp, and he's like, who's that happy monkey? And he goes, ooh, ooh, ooh. You know, you gotta watch that. That's pure. What is that? Is that serotonin? What is that? What kind of chemical do you think that is? Let's make it all clinical. Let's ruin the happiness right now. That's what I love. Oh, I'm dead. Oh my God. What did I do? See, I was looking at chat. Oh my God. Oh my God. What did you say? What did you say? Dude, Tyler, that is a legendary quote right there. That is gonna go down in my brain. I don't even feel the need to say it. It's just better in my head. That's some happy monkey vibes. Who's a happy monkey? Maybe I should look for a soundbite of that, of like a monkey going, ooh, ooh. You know what I'm talking about? That would kill me, dude. That is just beautiful. Dude, legendary. Tyler, you better shout it. That's the thing. You got to remember this. If you have enough confidence, then you just got to do it. You got to make that investment and hope that you get some value out of it, right? Let's go back to a previous conversation. Your investment is like being invested and caring about what's going on. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm dead. Oh. Oh my God. Dude, that's that serotonin hitting. That's what I was talking about. Tyler, I'm very happy for you. I'm happy that I've impacted you in such a way. Yeah, you're a special one, I'll tell you that. That's the easiest way I can put it. You're a special one. I mean, one day, like right now, you're like one of 5. Well, someday it's gonna be way different, dude. You're gonna be the OG. This video right here. Should I call it right now? Should I call it and say that at some point in the future this video will go down in my history in the chronological timeline of Amar Joshi? Like, will it go down? I hope, right? It's kind of that's a little overconfident, you know? But I feel like that's kind of the vibe that's going right now. That's that happy monkey vibe. Where you got that feeling in your gut. And I'm glad it's a positive feeling, because sometimes the birds just fly and the birds just land on the trees in such a way, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna have a bad day today. And it's just like, you just know. But today, dude, we had those good vibes, you know? We had those happy monkey vibes, that happy monkey energy. I gotta work on it. Okay, I gotta work on the happy chimp. Okay, that'll be my next. The next stellar impression is just a happy chimpanzee. What do you think about that? Oh my god, dude. What was I talking about? Serotonin. Right. Dude, like, I hate it when people say like dopamine and serotonin. Like, it makes me want to punch that person until they stop breathing. That's really fucked up. That's brutal as hell. That's too far. But you know what I mean. I don't like it at all. When people are like, dude, I'm just waiting for that dopamine hit. Or like, dude, when the serotonin, it just hits, it's like, oh my God. That's my personal opinion. I have a feeling that will grind some gears. But you know what I say to that? I hope it does. I really hope it does grind some gears. Because when gears start grinding, then things start moving. Boom. Did you see that connection right there? I mean, that was top notch. It's the classic Burger King on International Women's Day. Dude, that's also legendary. You know what I'm talking about, dude. That's the bad angle of what I'm talking about. That's the oopsie angle. That's the oopsie poopsie, like, embarrass yourself kind of angle. Once again, dude, that's super basic. Burger King, they made an investment. That investment, they said, dude, I'm going to piss. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Just relax. Just relax. Take a breath. Take a breath, my friend. Learn the art of happy monkey, dude. That is an incredible statement, dude. The happy monkey technique. That's like a fighting style, dude. I might use that at some point. Like smiling monkey style. Dude, I love that. I love that energy. That is like, oh my God. That could be like the name of a character. Like the smiling monkey or something like that. Like his name is Grinning Chimpanzee. That's his name. Dude, I might use that. Oh, that is crucial. Dude, don't hit me with that. I think I like Grinning Chimpanzee as a character. And he uses like monkey paw or something. Like that's his fighting style. I just think that's an awesome character. Like he's like the Grinning Chimpanzee. Dude, I literally just blocked Shadowfall. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, that was impressive if I do say so myself. I only have six spirit emblems left. Oh my God, dude. That's what I'm talking about. The Grinning Chimpanzee. Maybe that's me. Maybe I'm the Grinning Chimpanzee. Is that what it is? Am I the Grinning Chimpanzee? Is that my pirate name? You know, shout out One Piece. Dude, I mean, like, dude, that would. Hey, you can tell. I feel like you can tell. You can tell that just hit different. Like, as soon as I said that in my, oh God, run. As soon as I said that and I like heard it and I thought about it, I was like, yeah, that sounds pretty good. Like, I kind of like that a lot. Dude, I mean, like, hey, who knows? Once again, dude, it's all about making this episode go down in history. You know, it's not just gonna happen randomly. You gotta have that memorable shit in the episode, and that's what takes it up, and that's what really sends you, dude. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And we're comfortable, and we got a while left to go, dude. Oh my God, dude. See, and then this is what I'm talking about. As soon as I get confident and happy, then I get slapped for 1 billion damage. Just like, yes, thank God. Okay. Oh my God. Dude, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna beat him. I don't think I'm gonna beat him. It was a pretty good chat. I'm gonna be honest. Like, top notch. I would say this is probably top video right now in my head of like videos I've done so far ever. I would say this is probably at the top, I think. And then wide margin. Also wide margin. Like second place is way down there. It's like a mountain. You know, it's like first place is on the top of Mount Everest and second place is like at base camp. That's what I'm thinking right now. Okay, here we go. Dude, I mean, like, this is what I gotta do. This is what's gonna get me killed, okay? I need to take this step by step because I'm kind of trying to, oh my god, that's stupid. Go away, go away. As soon as I see your chat pop up, instantly I lose focus, and then it's just like death. Like, I can just sniff, I can smell death just right behind my ear, and he's just like, he's ready and waiting. He is excited. I do not like the way he's just looking at me, you know? And then he does that. I could use some water, dude. I feel like I'm gonna die once I get some water. How about this? Oh, I didn't block that. Okay, let's pause this. Put some water. This is why in any From Software game, you have to stay depressed to kill bosses. Bruh. I feel like the whole point of From Software games is to like train your personality. Like, I think that's the easiest way to describe it, is like when you fight a boss and you're really bad at the game and you know you're really bad at the game, that is like the complete destruction of the ego. You know, that's like a psychology term or something. Like, I feel like psychologists should use Dark Souls as a way to describe the human psyche and the process of like building up a strong ego and like building up strength and not just like physical strength, but like building up emotional strength and like building layers of your personality and becoming more aware of yourself and really how your personality interacts with the boss and how your unique personality influences like how you play the game. And a lot of it is like From Software designs their bosses in such a way where like if your fighting style is driven by personality and like your attack patterns and your defense patterns and your aggression levels, if that's all associated with having like a very big ego, then you're gonna die, dude. Like, you're gonna get absolutely destroyed. And that's just how it goes. Like, if you want to be good at Dark Souls, you have to be a better person you will be a better person after you beat the boss. That is what I would say. Like, when you really understand a boss and you really feel confident, like that, you have changed as a person when you've got to that point in your career with playing these games, because that's really what it is like you play one game and you either like it or you hate it. And like most people who play these kinds of games, they play it once, or you know, they like try it out and they hate it, and they would rather have their fingernails pulled off than play even an extra hour of this game. And that is one kind of person. But I feel like that same person could then, at some point in their life, right? So they've already had their very first interaction with the game and with this style of game. They've already had their very first interaction. But I think that they've unlocked the ability for a second interaction, and that a much more meaningful interaction. And there will come a point, it may never come in their lives, but there may come a point where they say, hey, I bought this game and I didn't really get into it. You know, I didn't really feel like I liked it. You know, if you picked up the game at first and you not necessarily you hated it, but maybe you're a little bit softer on that scale. Like maybe you played it for a little bit, you kind of got the feel for it, but overall it wasn't for you. You feel like it wasn't for you and you kind of left it behind. You know, maybe you completed it. Maybe you got, you know, X percentage you got X percentage through the game, right? And you were like, hey, I feel good about that. I can put this down for a while. And then you pick it up, you know, at some point in your future, and you say like, and you realize something. You realize like, oh, like this game has been trying to teach me this whole time. Like this game is built in a specific way to where, oh my God. Okay. We're not doing too bad. I got one healing left, and I got a divine grasp, okay? So this is what we got. I think what I was trying to say is there comes a point in your life after you've interacted with this game and maybe you didn't like it very much. There comes a point where you say, where you give it a second chance and you look at it from a different perspective at all. And I don't know what that perspective is, but I think there's an important thing that has to change in a human being for them to really click with these kinds of games and to really be like, yeah, oh dude, oh that's embarrassing. That's what happens, dude. I ran away. I had no healings and I ran away. Well, there comes a point when you really click and you're like, oh, I get it. Like, I see what this game is trying to do to me. Like, the developers of this game are on a whole nother level. Dude, Tyler, don't even worry about it. We're going to come back. Maybe we'll come back next week and we'll do this again. But that's okay. We got 10 minutes. I'll do one more. This will be my last one. If I die before 3 o'clock or like before I've been going for 2 hours, then we will go again. But hopefully this run will last at least 10 minutes until we can run out the clock. But like, I think we're gonna pause this. I think what I would say is, I think for this game and these style of games to really click with you, I think you kind of have to be a little bit more self-aware about who you are and I don't even know, just your personality, I guess I would say. And I think let's see. What would I say? What would help you? What would actually be valuable for you, Tyler? I think here's what I'll say. I don't want to get you down, but I will say like what I've learned is like you will know if she wants to talk to you. Like I will start with that. Like that simple statement, right? Like when you're talking to a woman, I think you kind of have a gut feeling for whether she does or does not like enjoy talking with you and wants to talk with you more. And I think like if she wants to talk with you, then just make the conversation as good as you possibly can and just do your best to get to a point where you kind of feel like, oh, she's enjoying herself and she likes spending time with me. And that's about, and then, you know, hopefully maybe you get her to compliment you. And that, like, if that comes and you get that opportunity, you got to go for it. But I think what I've learned is like, you need an opportunity, you know, like, it's like, when you're fighting Owl, you can't just strike right away. Like you have to wait for his attack to whiff and see that opening and your eyes widen and you're like, "Oh my god, this is it." And your eyes light up and you're like, I've been waiting for this. And what I would say is it might even be a situation where you do have to wait for that situation. And it feels like, oh, here, I'll wait for this to pop up in Restream. We'll read what this says. Pretty sure whenever I talk, there you go. I mean, dude, I feel like you need to have the slightest amount of pressure, dude. So like when it's like you're doing a bench press, but you're doing it at like 1/10 the speed. Like you're just putting just the tiniest amount of pressure just to be like, hey, do you notice this? Like it's kind of like a test. Like that's kind of how I would describe it, is like I want you to think of this like you're dipping like your toes into a pool, and like you start with your big toe and then you maybe go like you use like half of your foot or whatever, and it's kind of like you're going in little by little bits at a time just to see like, all right, when is she going to pick up on this? Like when is she going to start to notice like what I'm hinting at? Like when is she going to get the message? And like so you kind of have to have the same message, but it's about packaging it like, you know, real soft. You know, you got to be real smooth. And Tyler, you're suave, all right? All right? That's the most important thing. Like you're suave, all right? You got to stay suave. You got to, you know, you're smooth like satin. You're like silk. You know, you slip in and out of conversation. You just like you're the perfect, you got to be the perfect compliment to her. You got to like you got to be paying attention so that you know like, all right, there's this perfect jigsaw piece that's open and waiting for me. Okay, what did you hear? What did you get so far? I guess let's say suave. Okay, so I've kind of had time. I guess I can synthesize what I'm saying. You got to like, so I was saying like you kind of got to be suave. It's kind of like you got to apply pressure. It's got to kind of be a lot of force, like a lot of weight, but you're applying that pressure very slowly. It's like you're kind of pushing just the bare minimum amount, and it's kind of like you're kind of playing a game almost. And the game works like how would I even, like you start out with as little as possible. I don't think there's a good example of a game like this. It's kind of like you start out and you try and use as little pressure as possible. You give just the lightest touch that you possibly can. And your goal, you got to pay attention, and you're looking for, did she pick up on it? Like what's her reaction? How is she gauging this? Is she getting the message? Is she on the same page? And then like if the tiniest amount of pressure isn't enough, then you apply like just a little bit more pressure. Just a little bit more. Deprived DSR. I'm confused. I don't get DSR. You lost me there. Is this the Dennis method? Is that what this is? I don't know. It could be. It might be. If you're referencing, that's not his name, right? Is that? I'm so lost. Oh my God! I've just completely lost my train of thought with that one, Tyler. I am just like, oh, it completely derailed everything I was saying. Oh my God. Anyway, okay, let's try and get going. All right, so it kind of got the ball rolling. I'm curious. You were. Oh, now I see. Yeah. That's a pretty good analogy. Yeah. I would say it's like you're trying to shove over a wall. But your goal is to do it with as little force as possible. So you are applying this force at a very constant pressure. And so that means like it's not like you're pushing really hard, but you are kind of trying to make it known that, oh, there's a little bit something different going on. And that is like part of it is like applying a very slight pressure, and it's also like you're just kind of hinting at things. Like you're trying to like throw it out there, and you're just trying to see like, all right, when is she going to take the bait? Like I guess that's a pretty good example, right? Like you're kind of fishing, and you're kind of starting with nothing. Like you're starting with just the hook, but you still want her to bite. I'm dead. You still want her to bite, but you're starting with nothing. You're starting with just the hook, and then you're trying to see. All right, did she bite? Is she on board? Like, what's her reactions? You know, you gotta be paying attention, but you can't make it obvious that you're paying attention. That's, you know as well as I do. You fought enough bosses that you know how to pay attention to patterns. Like you know how to pick up on what's going on, what are they feeling, how are they reacting to me. It's a very dynamic process. It's a very active process, but it's a process that you are very good at, right? And it's all about, you're trying to come at it from a point where you are confident, and you're trying to come at this situation from a point where you feel like, all right, I kind of know what's going on. But then on the other side of that coin, you got to be like, well, I'm ready for anything also. All right, we'll put it like this. You know what they say about humans? They're the most dangerous game, right? The most dangerous game. Who said that? I don't know, but they were hunting humans in that case. They were murdering humans, so not a great analogy. But you know what I mean. You fought a bunch of AI. You fought a bunch of patterns that are created by someone, and those patterns repeat themselves over and over. But humans are infinitely complex. They are infinitely surprising, and they will do things that no one would ever expect. So it's almost like you just have to open yourself up and say, whatever happens, and I gotta go along with it. I gotta keep up, right? It would be like, maybe you've done some PvP, I don't know. But it's one of those situations where you're like, you gotta stick with it. You gotta keep up, because if you slack behind, if you lead off for even a second, you know what's gonna happen. Like, you've been down that road. You've smelled death. You've smelled death a billion times, and you've faced it down every single time. And it's the same thing. Like in a video game, you die. In real life, all that happens is you fail, and then maybe you try again or whatever. But I think in some situations, you only get one shot. And so that failure is scary. But you gotta go head first, and you gotta make sure that you're keeping up. Like if you slack behind, and I tell you what, if you start slacking behind, like, gosh, you know what's gonna happen. What am I doing? Oh my God. Well, I hope that kind of helps. I'll probably continue to talk on that subject. I think for most people, like, a relationship with someone that you care about is probably the most difficult thing that they will have to deal with in their life. Like, if I'm being honest, I would say, like, I would honestly hope that relationships are the most difficult things in your life. Dude, I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad that I'm confident enough that I can say what I need to say, and I can feel like it's actually going to be helpful. But that's just the dang truth of it. Like, you trying to love someone, like trying to find someone that loves you and is like, and finding someone and spending that time looking for someone who wants to spend the rest of their life with you. Like, oh my God, that is so terrifying. That is a burden that is, oh my God. Let's see. Wait, what is this? Oh, I gotta show the message. Oh, okay. Whatever you do. Because it said the word fuck. Yeah, I hope that helped. Like, for me, it's all about stream of consciousness. Like, I'm just talking, and I feel like the more that I talk, my goal is that, every sentence that I'm speaking, I'm kind of synthesizing what I'm saying. And I think this is, in a lot of ways, fighting inner father, talking with you, Tyler, trying to trying to, oh my god, that was stupid as hell. I literally jumped right into the fire owl. Run away, run away. Oh god. Okay, chill. I'm gonna drink 2 of these. Okay, what were we saying? Let's get back at it. I had a couple things I was trying to talk about. You know, so fighting inner father, you know, and trying to keep a conversation and trying to be articulate. And oh god, I saw that computer. I saw that lag spike. You know, and trying to keep up with what's going on. This is difficult, and it is a test of my ability as a human being. I guess it's also a test of my computer because I'm getting some lag spikes. Probably all the damn feathers. Oh, and it's a good test. I enjoy this test. I think what I've learned is that your goal as a human being should be to put yourself through difficult situations, because especially if those situations are controlled and you feel like you are comfortable and safe in those situations, I feel like the more uncomfortable situations and the more difficult problems that you face and you put yourself through, the more you will improve after that problem has passed. And you will realize like what I'll probably find is that, you know, my next stream, the stream after that, probably all of my streams in the future, if I keep up at this rate and I'm playing games like this and I'm grinding my teeth and I'm trying to keep a conversation going and my brain is working and I'm talking and I'm playing and I'm getting it going and there's people in the chat and we're trying to, oh, this is like not, do your thing. Brutal, dude. I mean, just don't say that out loud. That's all I'll say. I think you already knew that. That's more of a stream thing, but dude, you gotta boss up at this point. Like, it's big nuts hour. That's what I'm feeling. Like, you gotta have big nuts if you're gonna go through with this. It's gonna be like Tyler, and then Tyler evolves into Big Nuts Tyler, and Big Nuts Tyler is on a whole nother level. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you've got you, and then you've got Big Nuts you. Everybody has that inside. Oh my god. I just wish that I wasn't such an embarrassing human being. I just wish, you know? Like, oh my god. Dude, and Big Nuts Tyler is gonna make a showing, and Big Nuts Tyler is gonna make a killing. That's all you gotta hope for. Because it makes no sense to hope for a bad thing to happen, and it makes no sense to plan for a bad thing to happen. Dude, legendary. Oh, I was just saying, like, all that monkey style stuff, like, that's for chat, dude. That is kind of cringe. Like, bringing up anime, I feel like that's a risky venture. Like, that type of anime shit with, like, the fighting styles. Bro, that's like some... Like, unless you're like hood and like you watch Dragon Ball, unless you watch that kind of stuff, I don't know. Dude, I love how I say that and then I'm literally like writing a book that's about that. That's kind of why dude, cuz like that shit's kind of for private, you know? That's kind of more of a solo type of enjoyment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think what you'll find. Yes, thank you, Tyler. Yes. A man after my own heart. Like, truer words were never said. Like, there are just certain things. There are certain things in this world where, you know, even bringing them up, that is just a risky endeavor. And I feel like that is one of those things. It's really, I think I would describe it like, I'm only looking for like somebody who's really into anime. Like, if I want to talk about anime with somebody, they have to be like the anime kid or whatever. You know, like, it feels kind of stereotypical, but I think a lot of human beings fall into an extreme stereotype. I really hate to say that, right? Like, that is a harsh thing to say, but I think that the concept of aesthetics and like people trying to look a certain way and people trying to get into a certain community, I think what that has done is that has just pushed stereotypes to the ultimate extreme. Like every human being is such a niche, and it's more than just their personality, because it has to do with what they like, it has to do with who they interact with, and it all culminates in like each person having their own like somewhat unique aesthetic. I would say like 50% unique. You know what I'm saying? Like 50% of what they do and how they act and what they wear. Oh, I know that, dude. I mean, like, dude, but that's the thing. If you can acknowledge that you're nervous, then you can play into that, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like, whatever it is, like, you gotta play into it. You gotta play to whatever strengths you got. You gotta work with whatever tokens you've been given, okay? And it doesn't matter what form it is. It just matters that she likes you. Jesus Christ. It just matters that she likes you. And I will tell you what I have learned, girls like a lot more things about guys than you would think. I think that's what I'll say. Like, women, I wouldn't be surprised if she thinks you're pretty cute, okay? Let's say that. And she will say it that way. And it's cringy, dude. Major cringe factor. But it might be real. That's the test, though. You got to figure out, is it real, you know? You know, how real is it? What are we talking here? That's what I'm kind of pondering right here. We're coming to a perfect timing because I really got to pee. So when I die or when I beat Owl, then that will be it. I will take a piss break, and dude, we are feeling good. I mean, look at this. See, I'm going to talk about my rhythm, and then instantly I'm going to break my rhythm and I'm going to die. Because that's what always happens. So we're going to take this pellet. Yeah, I'm glad to hear from another human being, and I'm glad to have a meaningful conversation with another human being. Us guys are always so hard on ourselves. Yes. We're always so hard on ourselves, so we're always scared to talk to people we like. Yes. But that's okay. Like, if you gotta play into the nervousness, then you do what you gotta do, dude. I think she will like you, and she will like you. Like, she will just like you. Or she won't. But I'm hoping, you know, I'm rooting for you, dude. I guess that's what I'll say. I'm rooting for you. From what I've gleaned, from what I've understood so far, I hope it goes well, and I have a good feeling. Dude, I really, like, this old man is just giving me trouble. I have no more healing. So I have to, this is Big Nuts hour. This is Big Nuts hour. I'm waiting for him to do his big slam attack so I can hit him with a Dragon Flash. Yes, okay, come on. Yes. There's a Dragon Flash, dude. See, I have 2 uses left of Dragon Flash, so that's what we got going. I don't want to hype myself up. I don't want to do anything risky. I can already feel my heart rate soaring and my blood pressure just skyrocketing. If you do another slam attack, no, you dirty bastard. Oh my god! What did I tell you? I ran away. Brutal. Just brutal. Just brutal. Hey, my failure is separate from whatever is going to happen with you. This is not a superstition about what's happening with you, Tyler. Jesus. What's my heart rate? Hang on, let's check the heart rate real quick. Let's see where we're at. Okay, let's see what we got going. That was brutal. That was great. I'm feeling pretty good. I might do that more often. You know, some of the times I kind of just like played it for a little while. I played Sekiro for a little while, but I'm really, dude, I'm crushing it. Tyler, I will say what luck may help you, but the impetus is on you. This venture lives or dies on the back of Tyler Carl, all right? So you better be up to snuff, my man. You better not slack off. This is time. I just want to see my heart rate. This is time for Big Nuts Tyler to enter the room. Are we not going to check heart rate? We're not going to be able to. Okay, whatever. Tyler, you're here. Maybe there's a human being watching this in the future, right? Dude. Oh my god. Tyler, you got to get it done. However it happens is how it happens. But you've got the goal, you've got it in your head. Now you got to do it. Now it's an idea, and it either happens or it doesn't. It either lives or it dies, and you got to be confident with your actions, and you got to be confident with the outcome. And that's basic human existence right there. Like that is I'm happy for you. I'm hopeful for you as well. I'm wishing you the best. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I hope you have a great week. That goes for you too, potential human being existing in the future, whoever you may be. Dude. And then you got to be talking with her, right? Like you got to get as much interaction with her as possible. That's like as basic as it goes, right? If the ball gets rolling, then dude, it's a different world. All right. Well, that was great. That was wonderful. We went for 2 hours, 16 minutes. That'll be the video. So appreciate you if you made it to the end. Tyler, you're here. I appreciate you, man. I hope you do well. And I'm sending you my love from across the country, and I'm wishing you good fortune, and I'm wishing you I'm not going to say the second thing I was going to say cuz that's kind of dumb, but yeah, I'm feeling good. I hope you guys are feeling good too. I hope you have a good rest of your life. You know, if I never stream again, I hope you just live well. Anyway, let's call it, all right? Take care, folks. Bye-bye.